Barry is specifically anti one of the main tropes that I hear. I intend on getting married and having kids. Don't get me wrong. But this whole thing where I'm told that I'm going to be sad and miserable if I don't, stop telling me that. Barry's going to be 79 years old. Barry, what do you do?
I'm a photographer now.
He's a photographer. If you guys go to Weekend Cowboy Photography, Barry, you're on TRT also, right? Are you on TRT?
What's TRT?
Testosterone replacement therapy. Are you on TRT? Okay, right. The reason why I want to bring
Go
this
to
up,
his Instagram, you'll know
the reason
why
why I'm saying this is because Barry is 78 years old, surrounded by women all the fucking time, and I brought him on because I am sick and tired of this narrative about us being old and alone. Because Barry is my fucking idol.
I love my life,
and I want to be Barry Nadel. For any of you who are like, who's this dude on the show? Go look up Weekend Cowboy Photography and then tell me if you're 78 years old, if you want to be running around like that. Barry, let me ask you something. Age range of the women you date, what is that? What is that usually?
30 to 45.
30 to 45?
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And would you go lower than that?
And let me go backwards a minute.
Go ahead.
Because you brought up something earlier. I go to a lot of parties, and I was a member of several groups, and I've had the experience because of being a photographer and knowing a lot of models. Okay, they all congregate, and I always get hugs. Congregate together, and I always get hugs and everything else, and I love it. And I have had women come up to me and said, I need to know you. Who the hell are you?
Yes.
I see all these beautiful women around you. I need to get to know you. And
It's because they think you're Robert Kraft.
Listen, I've got gray hair, no six-pack. I lie. I say I'm 5'10". I'm really 8.5.
Okay.
But seriously, I get that, and it's truly, really true, and it's amazing. And they want to date me. It's ridiculous, and it's okay with me.
Have you ever been married?
I've been married twice. Two women, 30 years combined.
Wow.
And you're done. You're like, no, I'm not the marrying guy anymore. Okay.
My second divorce, she deserved a lot of it, but cost me millions, and I'm not going to do that again.
I just love having Barry, the 78-year-old happy man that's here, that is surrounded by women up in Chatsworth, California, in his beautiful ranch with his horses, and dozens of women come up there to shoot photography with him every week. And I'm just like, whatever you want to say, you can get angry, you can get mad, whatever. Yeah. Barry is Barry. He exists, and you can't tell me he's not real because I can see it with my own fucking eyes. I can see it.
It's crazy how many people come up to me.
If he was a woman,
what do you mean?
He'd be the worst thing on the planet if he was living that life.
But if he was a woman and he was happy, then that's fine. The point is I'm being told Barry can't be happy. Because Barry, you have kids too, right?
I have 2 happily married kids, 4 grandsons, and I'm very close with them.
Do they come over for the bikini competitions at your house?
Absolutely not.
No, they're not allowed to come?
My daughter says, Dad, you've earned the right, live your life, have a lot of fun. We have a very close relationship. But she said, I will never want to meet anybody younger than me. Okay? And my daughter's over 50. So she'll never meet anybody.
Guys, there's a bunch of people who didn't know that they're putting W Barry in the chat. Yeah. W Barry in the chat. I told you, man. I knew when I saw you 2 days ago when we were at that party. Barry and I were at ESPY's party 2 nights ago, and I was like, I need to have Barry on the show because Barry is specifically anti one of the main tropes that I hear. I intend on getting married and having kids. Don't get me wrong, but this whole thing where I'm told that I'm going to be sad and miserable if I don't. Stop telling me that.
I mean, you got married twice, right?
Yes.
It wasn't like you never wanted to get married. You had the experience, and now...
Yeah, I'm just tired of... I'm tired of the lonely old man trope. I'm sick of that trope.
Oh,
I'm sick. I would live at Barry's house if it wasn't so goddamn far away from Los Angeles.
Okay, but if Barry didn't have women coming in and out of his house for...
He rides horses. He lives a beautiful life.
If you didn't have women coming in and out of your house, would you feel lonely? If you didn't have models all the way around,
I'd have other things that would interest me.
And I still feel like you lived a full life.
Like
you did the
but
kids,
the fact that I became a photographer by accident, really by accident, I wasn't looking for it. I love my life.
How did that happen? Explain how you came into it by accident.
I was doing my rodeo sport where I was shooting guns at balloons. Okay,
that's what he would be doing.
I did it for 12 years, traveling the country, having a blast. Okay, a lot of cowboy friends. I call myself the weekend cowboy. Okay, I developed arthritis in my hand, and I couldn't shoot fast enough because it's single action. So I took a polo, and I played polo for a couple of years, and then I hurt my back. Okay, and I'm sitting around, and I get a call from a close friend of mine.
How old were you when all this was going on?
I was about 64, 65.
You became a photographer.
I got on my first horse when I was 50. Okay, I got a call from a close friend of mine who was an attorney, and he said, "Barry, I volunteered for something, and I can't go. Can you take my place?" I said, "What is it?" He said, "Judging a bikini contest." I said, I think I can do that. The following week, I was in the Bahamas, and I'm watching all these photographers shooting these models. There were 100 models there. Okay,
it was Paradise Challenge.
No, it was something else. But I was bored as hell, so I started carrying the lights for the photographers. And one of them says, "I don't live too far from you. Why don't you be a photographer? It's a lot more fun, and I'd be happy to mentor you."
Wow.
So that's how I got into it.
But what's your thing? Because I think every man that sleeps with women that are younger and attractive, they all know why they're a G. Why are you a G? Like, do you?
What's a G?
Barry doesn't know about no top G, no bottom G. Barry doesn't know about that.
Like, why do you think women are attracted to you?
Because they're tired of these guys that treat them like shit. Okay, and most guys do. They're into themselves. They don't like guys their own age or within 10 years of them. Okay, and I treat them with respect. We have fun. My favorite is musical theater. I take them to concerts. I see everybody in concert. I've seen Justin Bieber 4 times.
Wow.
Okay, I see Taylor Swift all the time. I was seeing Taylor Swift when my daughter yelled at me, "Why are you seeing Taylor Swift?" Now she's paying $1,000
because this hot bitch wants to go see
it. And I treat them really well, and I take care of them. And if they need anything, that's fine.
Who makes the first move, though?
Who makes the first move?
Yeah.
It might be both ways. It's happened.
Average age of the girl. Average age of the girls.
He said 30, 35, 45?
35, 45.
Average age is probably 33, 34.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And do they want kids?
Yes, but in the future.
I don't think you guys understand.
And I'm totally honest with them. I tell them, I'm not getting married to you. We're never going to have kids. Okay. We're never going to live together. But I'm going to be there for you for anything you need. The other day, the girl that I've been seeing for over about 3.5 years, she was having some problems. I said, what she did is instead of taking her eye drops, she reached in her purse and she dropped her nail glue.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Okay.
I've never heard that happening before.
So
Me too. Okay.
I ran over to her apartment, picked her up, took her to the emergency room, waited for her, okay, and then the next day I made an appointment with my eye doctor, okay, and her insurance didn't cover my eye doctor, and I took her to my eye doctor because eyes are too important. And and a guy her age or within 10 years is not going to do that.
Yeah.
And it's because I care about her. And I'm happy to help her with her rent or do whatever she needs.
The guys our age can't even give you a ride.
No, listen.
Interesting.
But you know what? If a guy's that age are listening to this podcast, they need to think about, being a gentleman to the women they're dating and stop being an asshole, okay? And playing video games or smoking pot.
Do you know what year this is, Barry? Do you know what year this is?
Are you sure his last name's not Waller?
That's why guys like me exist. That's why guys like me.
No, the point I want to make is like when Justin Waller talks about gentleman game, I hear all these people. He's like, well, because he's so good looking, blah whatever. Like my man over here is 78 years old and he's 5'8.5", and he's like surrounded by women. You guys are going to make every excuse you can about why this works, and I've seen it. I have seen women compete for Barry. Barry shows up to my events. Barry is rolling 30 deep with girls. Say whatever the fuck you want to say, but it's crazy. So the thing is, pre-selection is real. In case you didn't know, it was real. And whatever criticism you want, just remember, dude, you're not 78
Barry,
years old.
What are some of the events in like the publications, like the magazines? I would presume. Like what have you shot for?
Well, I've had girls published in Playboy, Maxim, FHM, and then there's a series of a lot of other magazines. Through
And do you still do the same events, those bikini content, like Paradise Challenge and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, well, I got involved with an organization called Swimsuit USA, which is very respectable, been around for years, run by a lady by the name of Kathy Wheatley.
What up, Kathy? In Houston.
Hey, Kathy.
Kathy is my boss.
And she invited me to one of her events, and I became, a pickup photographer, where I'd ask girls to shoot and this and that and everything else. And then they like my work, and I get my work out to them fast. It's well done and everything else. And the next year she made me like a staff photographer, and I shot 80 drop dead gorgeous women in 2.5 days.
Wow.
And got all the edits to them in 3 weeks.
That's amazing.
And
that's working.
And now I put on events at my ranch. Okay, and I invite models to come, and I sponsor a model to go to the international finals for Swimsuit USA, pay their airfare as well. Okay, and I sponsor one model, and that man in the corner has been after me for a couple of years, and now I'm going to his bikini contests, Wet Republic, and volunteered to sponsor a girl out of there as Miss Las Vegas to go to the international finals.
Awesome.
Sheesh.
And I also threw in at my event that I pick one girl, and I give her a 3-month scholarship to a phenomenal school of performing arts.
Wow.
And the girl who won it last year got a 3-month scholarship. She's still going to the class. She says she looks forward to the classes every day. They bring in agents on Saturdays. She meets agents, and she has opportunities to make money in acting. And she's taking cold read and all the rest of that stuff. And it changes people's lives.
Yeah.
I like helping people.
Wow.
I make calendars for the girls that they can sell every year. Do I charge? No. Photographers are pissed at me because I don't charge for my work.
Yes.
Why? I'm independently wealthy. I don't need to do it.
Okay, so the point I want to make is the point I want to make is, and anybody wants to make some judgment about his lifestyle, whatever. He's 78 years old. I'm tired of hearing about this trope that he's the lonely old man. Get the fuck out of here with that stuff. You as a dude, you have a lot longer to go. And the other thing is, my man Barry is out here. When we went to Paradise Challenge, I was beat, bro. It is so hot in Jamaica sometimes. But Barry, Barry's up at 6 a.m. every day. Barry's shooting all day because he's on TRT, man. Barry's out there killing. Barry has more energy than me. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's why I wanted to bring you. That's why I want to bring you on here, Barry.
Barry, let me just the final thought.
Sure.
Have you ever had people tell you that guy should act his age? He settle down,
No,
you should be in a retirement home.
I want to be you when I'm at that age.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, listen to this, because I am sick to fucking death of people going, well, Rollo, man, he's in his 50s. He should just act his age. He should cut his hair. He should get into something more respectable. It's like, dude, I'm doing what I do because I enjoy doing this. It's not a front. I am who I say I am right here. And I'm really I think probably right now, because of, maybe it's just the way the culture's changed. Maybe it's because of the internet. Maybe it's because you can make money online. There's so many different, the horizons are, the opportunities are way more than when I was half my age, much more now. And as a result of that, I'm able to do stuff like this. And so people go, well, he's just, they call me an old man, right? And I'm just like, I'm doing what I want to do, and I enjoy doing it. And whenever somebody says, you're going to be a lonely old man, or you should act your age, it's usually other old guys who say, oh, man, I wouldn't want to be like that. And you don't want to be the old guy in the club. And,
Aren't you married, though?
Yeah, I am married.
So then you're not lonely.
I'm not, and I'm not going to be.
He's not lonely because he's here with us.
But, exactly. Look what I do. But look what I do. Well, look what I do.
Hey, Rollo, when you first started doing Access Vegas and you went back to Reno, what was the reaction from your wife?
Oh, just fine. She loves it. I mean, come on. I wouldn't be here doing what I do.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but there was more reaction than that you mentioned to me. She was very happy to see you.
Well, exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, when I'm coming back, I have a very good relationship with my wife. I think a lot of people want to say, oh, he's only doing this because he has a bad relationship with his wife and his daughter and everything else. They want to make up every rumor they possibly can. And he's going through a midlife crisis. He's trying to pretend like he's 14 again. He's like that.
14.
He's a teenager or whatever. He's back in high school or something. And it's like, no, dude. It's like, you don't understand my situation, and you never will, because you're stuck and locked into what you're doing right now. And the only way you can think is, oh, that's the lonely old man.